Hey there, welcome to the Nomadic Owl Oracle. My name is Jessica, and this is going to be for the month of February 2019 for the zodiac sign of Virgo. This is a general reading, so it may or may not apply to everyone. Please keep that in mind when you watch this video. If it doesn't resonate, please check your sun, moon, and rising sign. You can find that on Cafe Astrology or on google.com. I do read in energy, so this is not going to be specific as far as any sex. It is for whoever applies when it applies. My readings are time fluid, so that could apply during the time that you're watching the reading, prior to, or after watching the reading. If it applies, it resonates, it's for you at that time, whenever you watch it. Okay. Another thing I want to tell you is I like to go ahead and point out that there are times that I do cuss. I apologize. I want to be my true authentic self when I'm doing these readings. I am new to this, so I'm trying to get acclimated and be as genuine as I can be when I do my readings. I do know that some people don't like cussing, so if that's not your thing, please go ahead and click off. I can't monitor every single thing that I say to accommodate everybody that watches these videos. Another thing that I like to point out, guys, is that I go ahead and I shuffle prior to starting my readings. I sit with the cards, meditate, do all of my rituals prior to doing the readings. That way I can get any insight, any intuitive information that I'm given prior to starting the reading. I don't like watching people shuffle on video, so that's why I don't do that. So before I get started, I will let you know how I go ahead and do my readings. The first step that I do is I give you my intuitive insight into the reading. Then I read from the book the actual meaning to give you the most thorough reading possible, to give you the most information as possible for the reading. Because sometimes when I give my intuitive take, you're not going to pick up everything that you might from when I'm reading the book. Just saying. So this is something I was asked to do that I just recently, like I said, started doing. So I apologize if this is not something that you like, but I am trying to do this and be as real, like I said, as I can be. So for the month of February, this is intended for February, but as I said, it can be fluid in timing. So whenever this applies to you, whenever you're watching this, if it resonates, it's for you at that time. The first card that you have is the Triumph of Galatea. However, it's in the reverse. So when this card pops up in a reading, guys, in the reverse, it's talking about you're judging yourself very harshly. You're looking at things more drastically than what they actually are. And you're thinking that everybody might be viewing you in a negative light when that's not necessarily true. Maybe you're just paranoid. Maybe you're judging yourself harshly and you're expecting others to do the same. People know that you're human. People know that you are a person. So they might be more accommodating and not as judgmental as what you're thinking that they are. For your second overall energy for the month, you have the Mermaid with Butterflies. So when this pops up in the reading, it's talking about maybe at this time you are surrounded by people or you're stuck in a situation where it's not serving you anymore. Maybe it's bringing you down. You know, you are different than these people, or you are on a level that is not resonating anymore with this people, place, or thing. It could be a job, it could be a relationship, it could be school, a career, anything, you know, something such as that, where you feel like you are not willing to do this anymore because this doesn't satisfy you. It doesn't bring you the peace and the joy and the comfort that you would like in your life. So with you being so uptight in the first card, you know, maybe that's where this is coming from. Maybe you're viewing this as like, look, I don't fit in here anymore. This isn't where I want to be. And maybe that's why you're having such a hard time. I'm sorry that you see my cat Kenai in the background. And then there's my dog Maya sleeping on the couch too. Sorry, guys. I do have animals. Oh, that's actually a Yana. Sorry. That's my female cat. Anyways, so for the overall energy, that was the energy that you had for this month. For the clarifiers, the first one that you have is visions. It says psychic images, clairvoyance, seeing, out-of-body travel. However, you have it in the reverse. So getting this card in the reverse would speak to me of maybe you're getting signs and symbols and things like that, guys, and you're just ignoring them. Maybe you don't want to honor them, or maybe you're focusing too much on them. You know, it could be one or the other. You're either not realizing and letting them give you the messages that they're intending to give you, or you are just solely focusing on that instead of everything else that's involved at this time. So you're going to have to find balance in that. You know, like if you're being provided messages by spirit, by God, by creator, by your angels, or all around you, like synchronicities, things like that, you need to listen and try to figure out what messages they have for you so that you can move forward and get out of this current circumstance that you're in, where you're feeling like you're trapped and you're not being seen as you truly are, and you're not on the level that you want to be on. The next card that you have, guys, is the Sanctuary card, and that stands for privacy. It says personal space issues, respective boundaries, and taboos. So when this card comes up, guys, it's talking about at this time, maybe you are feeling like you can't be yourself. You don't have the space and the, you know, the time alone that you need. You feel like somebody's intruding on your space. Somebody is intruding in your life. Somebody is trying to push their way into things where you just want to be alone, where you just want to be able to reflect and have peace. Maybe that's what's going on, is you don't have that, and you're just feeling kind of, you know, where you feel on guard, where you feel unprotected, where you feel unsure and just unstable at this time. The next card that you have is Energy Field Adjustment. It says Aura Cleansing and Health. So when this card pops up, this is talking about, you know, your energy is being bogged down. It's being interfered with by something else. Something is coming into your life, into your field, into your energy space, and it's weighing you down. It's keeping you like maybe stuck, or maybe on guard, or maybe feeling threatened, and you need to clear that. So a good way that you could clear energy would be like meditating. You could go and sage yourself if you use sage. If you don't like things with smoke, you can buy a spray to spray yourself with to release the energy, to release the ties. You can go out and hike, go sit in nature, or you could take a hot bath with Epsom salts to help release that. That would help tremendously. Then for the ending of this period of time, this month, whatever it resonates for you guys, you have the guide. So the guide, it stands for a guide, a mentor, a trustworthy ally. So what this is saying is, with all this that's going on, you know, you're feeling uncertain. You're just like, oh my gosh, I need to get out of this situation. I need to get out of this relationship, whatever the hell it is that's going on with you. You're trying to figure out a way. You're going to have somebody or something. It could be your ancestors. It could be a angel, spirit, whatever you want to call it, God, creator, or a friend, a family member, somebody new that you meet, coming in to try to help you, to give you the guidance that you need. That card, it came out 3 times. It came out in Taurus, but I shuffled it several times for your reading because I was like, I just got that card and I didn't think it was going to be for you, but it kept coming out. So obviously you are going to have a guide come in at some point to help you at this month. Okay. So guys, I'm going to show you the decks that I used. I have the Myths and Mermaids, the Oracle of the Water, and then also I'm using the Oracle of the Mermaids. The reason I'm using these cards, guys, is because I felt like for the month of February, it's focused on love and partnership and, you know, feelings and emotions and all that shit. So, sorry, but I wanted to have something that represented that because I really don't have many decks that represent love and passion and all that stuff. So I felt like this would be the good ones that I could use that would be fluid for overall general readings. Like I said, you know, this is general. This is not just focused on love. If that's what it is for you, then that's what it is. But this is not intended specifically for love, career, finances, whatever. If it resonates, if it's for you, you'll know. So anyways, what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to read from the books the actual meanings of these cards. If I pick up anything else along the way, I am going to give you that information as well. So for the first card that you have, the Triumph of Galatea, give me one moment. She was in the reverse, like I said. Okay. So it says in the reverse, here we go. Do not be paranoid. You have been under a lot of pressure to perform, and it's starting to get to you. You feel your every move is being scrutinized, and each mistake could cost you big. Try to ease up a little. Everyone knows that you're only human, and despite how it seems, you are not being judged so harshly. So like I was saying, maybe you think that everybody's, you know, seeing you in one way when they may not be seeing you the way that you're thinking that they are. You need to like kind of chill out a little bit and step back from the situation. what's going on is you don't feel like you're vibing with this situation, this person, this group, or whatever the hell the case may be, and it's causing you to be paranoid. So step back away from it, take back your power, and just relax. The second card that you have for the overall energy is the mermaid with the butterflies. So this card, it says, rise above your circumstances. It is time to rise above your current circumstances. You have been content with lesser and corrupted things for far too long. Look inside your most inner self and realize that you are not happy with aspects of your situation. Deep down, you realize that you are better than your circumstances. Perhaps your circle of friends is pulling you down or in a bad direction. Perhaps your work is beneath your skills, abilities, and aspirations, but you are having trouble breaking free. It could be your home life, your significant other, your neighborhood, or your domicile itself. That is not up to your standards. However, just like the butterfly mermaid, you have seen a path to peace and purity. Shake off the corrupt situation, acquaintances, and the duties that are beneath you. Aspire for more, spiritually, emotionally, and intellectually. Take inspiration from the noble butterfly. Take wing and rise above. So whatever's going on that's keeping you judging yourself, that's making you feel just unhappy, unstable, and like you deserve more, it's time to break free of that shit. It's time to get yourself out of that. You know that it's no longer good for you. It's not the best fit for you. So you need to move forward to get yourself out of that. So for the next card that we have as the clarifiers, we had visions. However, it was in the reverse, like I was telling you. And the reversal of this card, generally it would mean psychic images, clairvoyance, seen, out of body travel. But like I said, it's in the reverse. So it says dismissing flashes of insight and visions that occur as imagination or fantasy, feeling they could be deceptive and dangerous, pushing visions to one side and not looking at them, or over-examining them and seeing them as special and worthy of enormous study and attention, so much that it's out of balance. It's time to gently observe the flashes of insight that you have and the moments where you see them with your non-physical eyes. So, if you're being given visions, if you're seeing things and you're getting synchronicities and things like that, you need to pay attention to them. But if you're paying attention to them to the point that it's like engulfing your whole life and it's taking over, then it's something that you're going to have to balance out. You can't just live your life and your visions and your dreams and your psychic, abilities that you might be having at this time. You got to be grounded. You have to be realistic, and you also have to make sure that you're focusing on everything that's going on around you, or it's going to cause you more problems. So for the next card that you have, that was one of the clarifiers, was sanctuary. It says privacy, personal space, respected boundaries, and taboos. So with this card, it's saying cramped quarters, shared bathroom, little privacy. Someone is not respecting you while at your most private moments. Your boundaries must be studied, redrawn, and then patrolled by you, and by you only. Personal space feels either disrespected or as though it's diminishing. It is time for some space to be off limits to others and only available to you at certain times. This respect will benefit everyone involved. Reverence of your personal space will flow through you to respect for their own needs. Therefore, balance and mutual harmony can be achieved and maintained, creating a flourishing, healthy relationship. So if there's somebody that's like overstepping boundaries and like trying to control a situation and just not respecting you and your wishes at this time, it's time to take back your power in the situation. It's time to put boundaries down and say, look, I need this. I need you to step off and give me some time by myself. I need to be alone, whatever the case may be. You're going to have to step up your own personal power and stop letting them burden you with this situation. Then the next card that you have as one of your clarifiers is energy field adjustment. It says aura cleansing and health. So with this card, it says it's time to cleanse and clear your aura immediately, without delay, addressing its imbalances and loving tending to its own needs and giving it as much priority as your own physical body at this time. Time to have an auric reading by someone who is trustworthy and reputable. And time to act on what you learn. understand that there is great cleansing available to you within nature, within your own energy field too. It's time for you to acknowledge too that you are occasionally, sometimes, frequently, to see and feel and connect with people's auras yourself. The more you feel and acknowledge this to yourself, the more tuned in and aware you may become. Sorry guys, I have like a hiccup. You are sensitive to others' auras too at this time, so be sure to balance and cleanse yours, rather than focusing in on the imbalances and disturbances that you can sense in others' fields. Know too that you must be sensitive and ethical when you pick things up from another. No spontaneous readings unless spirit closely steps in. The mermaids will assist with when and how to deliver any message that you're receiving prompting about. So what this is saying is, okay, you're having to clear your own energy and the energy that's surrounding you and the things that are going on around you. Some people might be weighing you down with their energies because you're being really open to being able to feel their emotions. You're having these visions, you're having these things, and you just feel like you're being bombarded right now with everything that's going on. So once you clear that, you're going to have to set, again, your boundaries in this situation. Stop letting things overflow and overburden you with what's going on. It's also saying that you might see things in another person or realize something about another person that you want to tell them about. But at this time, it might be better to leave it to yourself unless you feel that it's for the overall good of the situation to release that information to them. Because some people aren't always accepting of one's gifts. Some people get really freaked out by it. Believe me, I know. I used to see shit all the time, and I was scared to say things because I was scared of how people would perceive me. I'm from the South, and people down there used to think I was satanic or a witch or something when I would tell them that I saw things and I heard things and I knew things. They didn't understand that. So that's something to keep in mind. So for the ending energy of the month or this time period that you're watching this, you have guide. It says a guide, mentor, and a trustworthy ally. So bear with me one second while I look this up for you. Sorry, guys. Okay, so it says, this card's appearance in a reading for you heralds the arrival of one you can trust. A spirit guide wishes to make healing contact with you. They are extremely loving, helpful, and they have personality. They are like cool, clear water, unconditionally loving, warm, and very helpful in matters of adaptation and improvement of your human experience. They can relate to you. Be ready for your psychic abilities to be similarly challenged. You may find yourself discarding baggage in the form of belief systems that are overcomplicated and power-oriented. You will find that all the stimulation you need and simplicity, and yet you will be more awake than you ever have been intellectually. You are more grounded, enriched, and truly yourself than you have been ever before. As you develop your relationship with your guide, be aware that others may find it strange. Always check in. Your guide may be with you for a long time, forever, or a short period of time. Never become so absorbed in your guide's reality that you neglect your home and your own personal life. True guides bring us into deeper relationships with the planet, with the oceans and their beings, and make us wish to live more deeply here on Earth. They fully assist and support our connection. They never ask us to leave or encourage us to have those thoughts of departure before our time has been fulfilled. They will bring us to the now strongly and assist us in knowing the past with less and less attachment. They are profoundly healing and awaken our energy to an extremely vital level till we feel we are overflowing with love. So whoever, whatever this is, it might be a friend, a new acquaintance, a love, it could be a spirit guide, it could be creator, it could be angels, whatever it is trying to help you at this time. So you're going to have to set your boundaries. You are definitely going through a time of transformation where things are changing and you're having to reevaluate what's important to you. You're being able to be more in tune with your intuition, your inner knowing. You're going to have to honor that. If you don't feel like being around somebody and somebody is draining your energy, it's time to get the fuck away from them. If they're not producing good results in your life, if all they're doing is dragging you down and making you feel uncomfortable, it's time to let that go. So this is a month or a time period of you taking back your energy, taking back your power and your control. So I hope that that resonates with you. If it doesn't, again, please check your sun, moon, and rising sign. Keep in mind, I do personal readings. I offer them on here by message or on my Facebook page, which is the Nomadic Owl Oracle on Facebook. They are $20. It's for an 8-card spread, and you're able to set that out with me if you would like to. If this resonates with you, please like, share, and subscribe. This is new, like I said, so I'm getting acquainted with this. I apologize, I look so crazy. I'm tired and it's cold as heck here. So I hope you guys all have a great February. I will see you in March, and take care.